if you really think about it, at the end of the day, no one gives a shit about you, your goals, where you're headed, where you've been, where you're currently at, what's going on your agenda. No one gives a shit. No one gives a fuck about you. The only people who may care are your mom, your dad, brother, sister, maybe your wife, husband. But other than those select few that I just mentioned, no one gives a shit. At the end of the day, no one gives a shit about you. No one cares about your family. No one cares about your struggles, where you're at mentally, physically. No one gives a shit. No one cares. And this is why you'll be successful. It may seem counterintuitive. It may seem like this makes no sense. Like how am I gonna be successful? Like people not caring, people not giving a shit about me. That shouldn't. And I'll explain here. I think this example of what happened to me. We'll explain it a little better. So I live like an hour away from New York City. So normally we take the train, go into Grand Central, for those of you that know, and then from there you can take the subway, go wherever you want to go. And this particular night, it was a couple weeks ago, we were just going out, just hang, go to a club, whatever. And as I normally do, when we were in the train or in the station, there's always homeless people just on the floor, sleeping on the floor with their cardboard boxes, whether they be drugged out or just they didn't have the best luck of the draw, whatever the case may be. You walk by these homeless people that are in the train station, the rat infested floors, the poop infested, just nasty floors, and there's these people who are just sleeping on the floor as you walk by to go wherever you're headed, wherever your destination is. You walk by them as most people normally do. But this particular day, I don't know what it was, but it made me really notice. Like I looked at the guy on the ground, the homeless person on the ground, sleeping on his little box, sleeping on the floor. Like in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is as low as it can possibly get for any human being on this earth. Sleeping on the train station floor in New York City, a subway station at that. You know them rats be, what I'm saying, circling around, pooping on people. They're just nasty to look at. And he's sleeping on this floor. Like I'm disgusted to even walk on that floor. And he's sleeping. His head is on the floor, no pillow, no nothing, just on a cardboard box. So it made me think like that's as low as it could possibly get. And 9 times out of 10, I don't notice these things. It's just something I look at. I'm like, oh, okay. Continue about my day. In the grand scheme of things, that instance in my timeline of just life, that instance is merely a blip of what's going on in my life. But the reason I bring that up is if that is as low as you possibly can go in life, being homeless, not having food, not having anywhere to stay, no one care about you. If that's as low as someone possibly can go in their life, and no one gives a shit about them, then what makes you think someone's gonna care about you? How tight your shirt is, what your haircut's looking like, if you match or not, if you fail in life, like what makes you think people are gonna care about you? If there were a time for someone to actually care about what's going on with another person's life, you would think it would be the moment someone is literally at their lowest and cannot get any lower. You would think it would be that homeless guy that's on the ground. You would think people would actually care about that person that's sleeping on the ground. But still, in that instance, no one cares. No one gives a shit. You know why? Because people are focused on what they got. People are focused on what they're going to do. People are focused on their issues, their problems, their career, their life. Simple as that. They don't have time to worry about you, what's going on with you, and what's holding you up. And this is the trick. This is the key. Like, I'm putting it on to some game right now. This is the key to figuring out this game we call life. This is the key to excelling your career. Since no one cares about you, no one cares if you succeed or if you fail. No one cares about if you embarrass yourself trying to achieve the goals that you have for yourself, or the aspirations, or the just whatever you're trying to chase. No one cares. If no one cares about you, it shouldn't be a problem for you to fail. It shouldn't be a problem for you to fall fat on your ass. It shouldn't be a problem for you to go after things that you want to do, because at the end of the day, no one's going to give a shit regardless if you achieve those goals or not. So might as well live the best life that you can, because no one's going to care regardless. So no one's going to care if you're rich and famous and there's a millionaire. But if you fail, which you will, still no one's going to care. Also, no one's going to care if you're homeless, a bum in the New York City streets. No one's still going to care about you. So it shouldn't hold you back from failing. That's the biggest thing that holds everyone back, is failing. But no one gives a shit about you enough to give a shit if you achieve the things that you say you are going to do. And if you fail, or if you embarrass yourself, like, so be it, because that person that you're sitting next to on the train, they probably got a test that they're worried about. They probably got a presentation they're trying to lock in on. They probably got an interview that they're trying to navigate through. Like, I know there's times where I'm just like, there's some craziness going on. You know, when they're like doing on the subway, they're doing all those flips and tricks and on the pause, but they're doing all those craziness. I'm just thinking about the fucking. It's literally, I had interviews in the city, and I'm just thinking about the interview. Like, I'm not thinking about all that nonsense that's going on. And that's most people. Most people do not care. Most people are locked in on themselves. So lock in on yourself. Stop being afraid to fail, because no one cares if you fail. No one is going to care. And this is something I tell myself every day. This is me telling myself. And I kind of want to make a video about this. I literally want to go into New York City and purposely embarrass myself. Like, I don't know what that could be. Like, dancing in public, maybe trying to do stand-up comedy. I don't know what it is. But I want to purposely embarrass myself to show people that no one gives a shit. No one's going to care. No matter how bad you embarrass yourself, no one is going to care. So don't be afraid to go after the thing. And that's my message for today. Is no one cares, but this is your chance for you to go after the thing. To go after the goals, dreams, aspirations, the person, the girl, the guy, the job, the whatever is on your agenda. This is the time to do it. Or any time is the time to do it, but this should be your sign. This video right here should be your sign to take that leap. Take that, just leap of faith. And for me, I'm not the best speaker, I'm not the best whatever, but I'm still doing the things. Because if it's a shitty video at the end of the day, I'm just some guy that's on your phone screen. I'm just some guy that's on your computer screen. Like, who am I? Like, if it's a bad video, okay, they watch it and then they scroll to the next person. That's just a blip in their timeline. I'm a blip in their timeline. The video that they watched was a blip in their timeline. So if I embarrass myself, they'll just scroll to the next video, as we normally do. I'm just a guy on the screen. So go do the thing, because no one cares.